So the first thing we do is we get our snips, we get our 3 zip ties, and we cut them to the proper size. We get our hot glue gun warming up, and let's get to it. Okay, so I've got one on. I'll show you how I do another one. So I'm going to put a total of 3 on here. Just put a little blob of hot glue, and then press it down, and just make sure it's evenly spaced across. And then I'll put another blob here, and the same thing, spaced across like this. Then I get the glue. I start off at the far end and just drizzle it right straight across, just like that. And that's what I call cat whiskers. Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews, and today's review of this mouse and rat trap with the new cat whiskers. What's the whole idea behind this? Well, I've been experimenting with this for many months, and let's go back over to the workbench and I'll explain exactly what's going on. Okay, so as you can see right there, when I got these 3 zip ties glued onto the face here, it actually blocks, if we just turn this sideways, it blocks the mouse or the rat from stealing the bait from underneath. So what I did was I put some talcum powder just on the top here, just to see if they were going on top, because I had attached this a long time ago. I'll put a video link at the bottom and a card at the end if you want to see what this is all about. But if you take a look down here, this is where the bait cup is. And you can take the bait cup out. So I put the powder on top, and I never seen no marks at all. So I know they're going in from underneath to take the bait out. I was surprised to find that out, but now these 3 strips here prevents them from taking it underneath. Now, I was pretty successful with just this little bit of a hack on the top here. That worked great, but I was still getting some where the bait was being taken out. I guess they're small rats and mice. Now, I've experimented on 5 other ones. Not once have I had my bait taken now, and they haven't cleaned out the bait, and these bars going across forces them to go on top to get the bait. So what I'll do is I'll show you the boxes that I use and how these 3, I guess, cat whiskers actually work. So what I'll do is I'll put this back down like this. And the reason why I picked that height is about the same height as the top here, a little bit higher. And so they'll actually fit inside my bait boxes as well. So I'll bring you back and I'll show you the bait boxes. Okay, so let's take a look at these boxes that I put the mice and rat traps in. And well, as you can see, they're all various different styles for where they're positioned in my yard. But you can see there's a little hole here on either side. And you can tell if the trap has been sprung, well, that'll drop down and you won't see the yellow marker. So just imagine if you had this here inside the trap, you know, well, yeah, when this goes down, it'll go out of sight and you'll know that it's you got some vermin. So this one here is the only one that I put in my driveway, and I got a marker on it here, a yellow marker for when there's snow in the wintertime. Well, I can actually see it and I don't run into it with my snow blower. So there it is right there, and we can take a look at one here and you can see it sitting in there. Now if we take a good look there, you can see there's not much room on either side, is there? Well, they're all like that. These ones here I face going towards my fence, So you can see the identifier on the back side, all three of these. So when the trap goes down, well, you won't see the yellow no more. But if you take a look in there, you could see there's not much room in there anymore now. So they got to go around the sides, and they don't. They go on top. And that's the whole main thing is, well, they're not sneaking in here taking the bait out no more. They're going over top. And I thought I resolved it with putting this on. And that was because these traps are good for mice and rats. So they're about 3 inches wide by about 5.5 inches long. And they'll catch mice and rats. But I put this on to add a little more weight so that it, and I'll show you in the video below how it works, or the card at the end. But add a little more weight. But you know what? It didn't stop them from going underneath. So that's what I resolved so far, and so far it's been great. And this one here, you see how it would just fit in here. And this is all scrap wood. All of it is just scrap wood, and they just fit inside these boxes, and they're very easy to make. And I don't catch birds or anything else in there, strictly mice and rats. And all I use in the bait well, and you can just take a look and you can see how these have a little bait well there. You just take out from the bottom, just undo from the bottom. And I put a half of a peanut, a dry roasted peanut, just cheap peanuts, and the cheapest peanut butter you can buy, and I just butter it on the top so that it just fits the well in there nice. And I tell you what, it works fantastic. So I've been trapping vermin for many, many, many years. And this is the only style of trap that I have found that's good for mice and rats. And, you know, with the addition of this here to add a little more counterweight, but with putting them little zip ties on the front, or what I like to call them cat whiskers, makes a huge difference. You know, you have to experiment, and I experimented, you know, with putting one there, and then I tried 2, and 3 does it. And it just gives them enough room. They got to go on top. Boom. So I think this is about the best idea that I have found so far. Highly successful for me. I mean, I was happy before, but you know, when you go out there and you see 2 of your traps, all the bait's gone. Well, I try to improve constantly. So this here so far has been, well, the cat's meow. And this is catching mice and rats probably better than any cat out there. So thanks for joining me here today. Come back again. You're welcome to subscribe. And if you're thinking about where I just get these off of Amazon. I mean, you know, you're going to have to Google it to find out where, but they are about 3 inches across and about almost 6 inches long. And they're the large ones. They do make smaller ones that are completely useless. They're only good for mice. That's it. But I do catch rats and mice, and these are the go-to for me. So come back again, and let's have some more fun.